Okay. Bit of a delayed start because I had to fight with settings to get it all working right and looking proper. But welcome to Parasite Eve. Back from the days when Squaresoft was still Squaresoft and made good games. Okay. Now that's done and over with. Do I have to fix that? Okay. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? From my memory, this was a bit of an experiment game made way back to try a different style game. I think about when Resident Evil was starting to really kick off. They came out with this. Music might be a little low, but it might just be this song, I don't know. Hopefully the video's coming through okay. It looks a heck of a lot better in this plugin setup than it did with the other one. It just took a bit of finagling to get it to be able to stream, because it's an OpenGL renderer. The other plugin, you couldn't even see their faces. Don't know why she bothered with them. I'll try and leave the text up long enough so people can read it, hopefully. Funny that it shows her name and then lets you name the character. Let's stick with the default. Apologies that the graphics are like this, there's really nothing I can do. Hey D, welcome to the stream. Video quality look okay on it? Okay. Just wanted to be sure the plugins, etc. were working properly. Figured I should ask. Gotta love this little intro. Yeah, I may have to turn up the audio just a little. We'll see when an actual louder song kicks in. Because I don't remember if this is supposed to be loud either. Yep, gotta kick it up. There we go. That should be good. Her date wasn't very interesting anyways. Fire is always interesting. Why couldn't he have burned? Yep. Indeed. Welcome to our first intro to combat very shortly. Okay, the AT gauge is essentially our turn gauge. Dodging is done real time, and attacking, you have this little sphere that represents your range. That new gauge that just showed up is your special abilities energy, or parasite energy, I think is what it's called, or referred to as. I kicked the volume up a bit too high. Levels look alright, but it's hard to be sure. Anyways. Oops. That's embarrassing. Normally I don't get hit by her at all. weakener enough? Hey, Bacon. It wasn't me that picked it. I gave you guys a choice yesterday, and Adi went with this. Question is, what type of Franken gun should I make? That'll make more sense as the game goes on in terms of me referring to it as a Franken gun. Medicine, your basic healing item. You have limited inventory space in this game, and healing items do not stack, so yeah. Well, at this point, when you hear them pull up, you want to head back. Even though you run freakishly slow in this intro bit. Good. It's a lot more interesting than just playing a game in silence, at least in my opinion. Crispy. No comments on it? Okay. Forget if there are comments on any of these corpses or not. Doesn't look like it. It goes well for you. Sorry, I just got a text message, just a sec. Sorry about that. Okay. Good luck on your stream. I know one of them you can talk to, you get healed. I think that's the medic over here. Get that little bit of damage I took restored. And this guy, I used to think it's this guy. Talk to him a good few times, and he'll stock you up on ammo. Okay. After a while, he won't give you any more, but it does help to have a starting supply. Trying to remember how to reload. There we go. Only need to put one in there. Text message. instant I started streaming. Oh, for the love of... Now what? Yes, now that we got our ammo, got all healed up, etc., guess it's time to get on with the game. I think after I finish up Parasite Eve, I might do a blind run of Xenogears. Yeah, managed to go through, never played that back in the day. Played Xenosaga, just not the old one. Creepy laugh. Run into nothingness. It'll make more sense later. Definitely glad I got the plug-in to stream. Not fighting with it, it just would not show anything but a black screen. Time to meet our first random enemy. Well, semi-random. Gotta love these cutscenes. What the heck are they feeding their rats? Yes. Freaking clowns. So glad he didn't mutate. Or Jester or whatever. God, imagine what a freaking clown would turn into. Hi. Oh, I don't remember particular. Ah, there we are. I know in one of these there is something useful. Good point. That sweater is in Daggerfall. I think I've come across it a few times. Is that the only one with anything in it? I don't exactly remember where everything is, because it's been a while since I've played this, unfortunately. Crispy. How are you alive? I mean, seriously. medicine. I mean, there's not much scattered about, but then again, it is the beginning of the game. Locked. Locked. That had to be nasty. The phone, if I'll interact with it, is your save point. Kind of a fitting way to use it, I suppose. Implement save points. Thankfully, it has a pretty quick save time in this. Medicine and... no. You can drop items in chests, it's because of the limited space. That's what I was looking for. How do I set the bird off? I have to leave the room and come back in? And there's some way to trigger something with that bird. Ah, yeah. I think that's how I set him up. Come on, bird, wake up. Interesting. Oh well. Doesn't really matter, it's just another encounter you can start. So you have that key, you can come back, come in here. I think there's a few more collectibles. Camera angle. Might just be the, yeah, this one. There we go. Too much medicine will poison you, lady. Bullets. Question is, why were they in there? Let's see, this is the other door that was locked. Oh, this is the bird you can set off, not the other one. Can I open it? Arrow bird. More bullets. Come on, trigger. Are you the bird I can set off? I'm misremembering something. Alright. Couple more rats. Just don't stand directly in front of him and you're usually alright. Upon leveling, you get those bonus points. They can be used in a variety of ways later on. You can also use them to, if I can yet. I don't think I can yet. But you can boost your base parameters using them, but it's kind of a waste. Hello, Jester. You didn't make it very far. If you check him again, he has something. No, guess I was wrong. Something else again. Damn it. All the rooms. I get as much starting supplies as I can get. Defense +1. And there's our first secret. Not a very hidden one, but again, starting area. Discard. You get plenty of medicine ones, so it doesn't really matter all that much. That's why I didn't use that defense up one, is because I knew that was coming. And shove it on there, and it permanently increases the defense by 1 on it. Now, you'll notice the plus is where the increases and decreases go. Or increases, I should say, since there are no decreases. That is actually kind of important. I don't remember, does this have any? And that's kind of meh. Just +1 to defense. Those matter a lot more later on in the game. I'll explain it more when we come to that point. Yeah. Some of the doors can be a little weird to get into just because of the camera angle. There's a bird. Didn't reload, so I got hit. Might as well take it. As you level, your inventory space will also increase, which is definitely at least in my opinion. Again, I still don't like that medicine doesn't stack. Kinda irritates me with a real limited inventory system. One of my only major gripes with the game. I suppose with some of the stuff you can put on your armor, stacking medicine would have been overpowered, though. Right. The ability you start off with, as you can see, consumes almost your entire gauge, but it's healing that doesn't require inventory management, at least. So I prefer to use Parasite energy heals over medicine, and as long as you're in battle, your Parasite energy will slowly recover. Now, using it in combat will cause the gauge to start refilling slower and slower just for that battle, to limit the usefulness in boss fights, etc. See if I can trigger the bird now. There's nothing important about triggering it, I'm just trying. Damn birds. Whatever. Do I need to reload my gun? I can. Sorry if I don't talk a lot. A lot of the dialogue won't make sense early on. It will later. Yeah, she's changed from firing lasers to being more of a melee-centered enemy. She does still have them, though. When she does that, try and stay in the center. Unlike what I did. Stay between the beams and you're generally fine. That camera angle. Again, once you weaken her enough. Alright, more flashbacks. This is the first one, isn't it? Could be worse. At least they aren't midi-chlorians. Good lord. That's all that mitochondria stuff makes me think of. And suddenly, a sewer. Because obligatory sewer level. Damn it. I always crit on these stupid things. For some reason. Except for when I try and split up the attacks. Go figure. Scan. Kind of a useless ability, I never really use it. shows you the health and if they have any weaknesses on an enemy that you target with it. I'll use it on the frog before I kill it, just to show what it does. Health, sensitive to cold. Which we have no ability to deal without cold damage at the moment. Leveling will slow down a hell of a lot as we get further into the game. Just right now it's real quick. Now, one thing you'll notice on the gun is the ability down at the bottom. It says ×3, that means you get 3 shots in a turn. Now, increase your damage output by a percentage. I don't remember the exact percents per the number, but if memory serves, triple shot is the most efficient. It's either double or triple. So they're the ones I usually stick to. Medicine, whoop-de-doo. Actually, might as well just use a medicine, because I've got a bunch of them. That's the item I wanted. And as you can see, this pistol's a lot better than our old one. Let's make it just a little bit better. Don't remember if anything's up above, but might as well go check. There. No, but it shows the chests that I looted down below and puts me in a real awkward combat angle. And that's what I wanted up here, the revives. Right. Revives are quite valuable. They're your get-out-of-jail-free card. You die, one gets consumed, and you get back up. Handy to have 1 or 2 at all times if you're struggling. I usually just store them. But you do have limited storage space if memory serves. Bullets. Was there one under this right near the start? No. No mirror to that. Okay. Yay, more frogs. Oops. Pro tip, don't walk into enemies. If you didn't notice, you don't heal when you level, so just keep an eye on your health. Switch, gate will open up, and we can continue forward. Wonder if after I clear the game I should go back and do the optional stuff to get the other ending. Okay then. Just liquefy whenever you feel like it. It's not fair. Our first technically actual boss, since we can kill this thing. It can actually be kind of dangerous if you aren't paying attention, if memory serves. Yes, there are 2 targets. Ow. Yep. You want to get rid of his tail first, just because it's the one he keeps whacking you with real often. At least that's how I do the fight. It does far more damage with the tail, and it's kind of just irritating. Get rid of it. I think it's gone. Might as well heal up. We'll start doing that. Heck of a lot easier to avoid than his tail-based attacks. Went out of range. That's the other annoying thing about having the high number multi-shot attack modifiers, is enemies will wander about during your attacks and almost always get out of range of at least a few of them. Slow can be really handy. Fast. It'll be a long time before she figures out what Eve is. Can't get away with that in reality, but it's still funny when it happens in a game. Freeing reporters / paparazzi. Suppose they have to be like that for their jobs. At least it hasn't gone plaid yet. But I suppose if he was driving fast enough to go plaid, there'd be something seriously wrong. Welcome to the world map, for lack of a better description. The entire game takes place on this island. Well, practically. It's a tiny bit off of it, but... Little Easter egg somewhere in the world map. I'll show it off when I get to it. Baker. Works at the friggin' police in the gun storage slash issuing area, and yet hates firearms. There's a reason for it. Or not Baker, Torres, sorry. Baker's the guy in charge. Yeah. Names. Right. New armor. Better critical protection. Or better not critical protection. Better everything but critical protection. Critical protection just reduces your chance of being hit by a critical if memory serves. Or is it your chance of doing a crit? Meh. Never paid much attention to that attribute at all, to be honest. I don't think you can get anything in the department yet. In this area, at least. I already got gotten permission, just gotta go down and talk to him. Kind of railroad where you have to go early on, but let's see. Does one have anything in it? Yes, it does. Now, there's basically nothing on the end vest, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And yeah, the music in the game is pretty damn solid. Poison. Now, as you noticed, the CM Vest 1 has the auto ability. Automatically uses medicine when your health is low. That can be useful for sticking on something, but I don't really care for it because it requires a ton of inventory space to make worthwhile. That's actually kind of important later. I already collected it, guy. Might as well head down and deal with this. We'll get access to our storage very shortly, so thankfully I can just stash everything. That one is usually a medicine, to my memory at least. In this little chest, you can get bullets. Every single chapter that'll restock. Mr. Mullet, there is your storage. Now, pull the bullets out, and might as well shove it over there. There is a reason I'm saving those. .16A1, a heck of a lot stronger than our handgun, so we will use it for a while. But the attack animation is slower. It doesn't really matter what you use this on. As you can see, the mod permit opens up a slot. This is why I was stashing my equipment. Using a tool or a super tools you can't get until later, allows you to move parameters or abilities from one firearm to the next. However, When you move them with a standard tool, the weapon is destroyed. Super tool does not destroy the source item. And there is a limit to the number of mod slots, as this says. Some firearms have many more mod slots than others. To get the best ones, you have to kind of do a bunch of farming. Wish I could store the club. Store items. Don't need those. Fortunately, you don't have this key is now useless discard from Resident Evil. Yeah. Right, didn't pull whatever was in there out. Ah, it's a tool, not a medicine. Derp. That's the medicine one. Okay. Might as well pull something out then. Equipment, select. Let's see. What do I want to make stronger? Let's go with armor. Come down here to tune up weapons and armor. Select the one you want to move the stuff to, and then select the one you're pulling it from. You can either pull the attributes or special effect. Now, I don't care about auto potion, but that was not the right armor to pull out. You need to pull out the M protector, not that. As it has +2 defense, +2 critical. I'll select that. It'll transfer them over, and now that has +3 defense, +1 P energy, and +2 crit. That's part of the Franken gun stuff I was talking about. And might as well use it because it's just a heck of a lot stronger. Pull the ammo out. And stash it. No. Do I need to store any items? Nah. And it gets a lot more interesting for the weapon modification later. You have access to more tools, etc. I can't really do much with it right now. Right. Bonus points. This is the other thing I mentioned earlier. We have 118, right? You get those based off the enemies you kill between levels. Now, you can use them to speed up your active time, which makes your turns come faster, increase your item capacity, which is kind of self-explanatory, or to boost a piece of equipment, but it is kind of expensive. It takes 100 points to do one stat point, or on your attributes. Now, boosting your core attributes is somewhat a waste, but I'm going to be putting a few into item capacity just to make it less inconvenient. And the reason it's a waste is there's New Game Plus in this game. Item upgrades will carry between games, but your character improvements will not. This one's locked. Yeah, weapons development. Division. Let's see, is there anything down all the way at the end? Nope. Anything else I need to deal with my inventory? You can also sort your items real easy. Comes in handy at times. And how much inventory space do I have? 17. I want to get that up to at least 25, just so I don't have to fight with stuff all the time. spend some time with your kid, man. Especially around the holidays, Christ. No, nothing in that room yet. No. You can explore a bit, but there's not really anything to do right now. At least not in the department. Oops. Through. Right, wrong way. Baker's right over here. Can't tell if the seams on him are an emulation glitch or just part of his texture. It's hard to remember. Government explanations, yay! It was swamp gas! Always swamp gas. Nothing to see here, just swamp gas. Weirdest serial name ever. Mito. You have a loud keyboard, guy. Okay, and as it said, we need to go to the museum. Now, let's see if I can remember how. Select will bring you to that view. I think this is how you can get the Easter egg. I don't remember for certain, though. Let's follow it for a little bit. Yeah, real mechanical keyboard. I'm using a mechanical keyboard and it ain't nearly that loud. Looks like that isn't how you get the Easter egg. Okay. You can't get it yet, I don't know. Hopefully I'm not skipping the text through too fast. Ah, alright, that's how you get the Easter egg. You have to open up the view of it. As you can see, the front sign on the Museum of History is a chocobo from Final Fantasy. Even says it right below it. What the? Oh, that's a flashlight. Sitting there going, what the heck is in his hand? Lord, grease those hinges. Anything to steal? Hero tax? Hero tax. Just save point. Can't hero tax the museum yet. Pity. There's actually some pretty good stuff in the museum, you just can't get it till much later. That's also one of my least favorite areas. Just because of some of the weird pathing you have to take through here. God, loud keyboards! Also, how is he not having an epileptic seizure right now? Trying to work on that must have been a nightmare. Yes. You are the swamp gas. We are accusing you. Oh, we need something to explain everything. Mitochondria. That's a weird word that nobody will understand. Let's go with that. Obviously, swamp gas is going on. And back to the NYPD station. Sorry, kind of habit to try and keep quiet during cutscenes, etc., and there's a lot in this game. He's a scientist. That's what's wrong with him. go faster than light speed? What? Warp speed, I should say. What kind of engines do their cars have? Definitely need to go save at this point, so I don't have to go through all that again if the emulator crashes or something. If you do need to save, just come right over here. There's a phone. Yes, either mitochondria or swamp gas. Would make sense. It is kind of the MacGuffin of the game. Anyways, I will be right back. Gotta go check on something real quick. Should only take a moment. Sorry about that. And welcome to the stream, Manzers. Okay, I gotta go talk to Baker, I believe. Where are you, Baker? What else was I supposed to call it, other than a run? Must be up there. I just had a playthrough, but eh. I guess I should call them playthroughs rather than runs. I do believe that was mentioned before. Yup, was mentioned before. The area we're going to can actually be really important later on. Strange as it is, when you're farming the junk weapons. Even though it's this early in the game that you can get them. I'm just gonna run down and store the permit before I head out. Must have inventory space. Man. Let's see, this should be ammo again. Why not? But mainly I just came here to stash the permit, just to have less crap taking up space. This, I just do not need. Now my inventory. There's the warp speed we know. The mouse pointer's on the screen? Shouldn't be. Was sorry. Access to Central Park. One of the bigger areas in the game, but at the same time, one of the easier to get around. Swamp gas. Careful. Swamp gas is everywhere, man. Okay. Don't remember if it's this car or another one in the area, but check the trunk on them. And it's another one. Must be this one's trunk. Yep. Ah, just cure poison. Right. One thing I didn't mention, at least I don't think I did, at some points in the game, items will be different from playthrough to playthrough. I don't remember what determines it exactly, but I think it's just a random seed you get generated at the start of the game. Hopefully we'll get some of the better ones. Worthless crap. Be an encounter I can trigger somewhere around here. Ah, there it is. As you can see, the rifle is a good deal slower than the handgun, but the damage is just so much higher that it's worth using at the moment. Just stay there. Another encounter either here or is it later? I think it's further in for the next encounter. Yep. Bullets, and into the zoo we go. Another weapon type somewhere around this area. I think it's a box. Not what I was looking for, but I'll take it for the modifications. The other weapon type is up this way. Has some useful abilities, I think. Don't remember for certain. But again, it's another slow weapon, so it's kind of limited in usefulness. These birds are the enemies that you farm junk off of. It's just, you need a lot of it, so it can take a while. I will not be farming the junk on stream. It's incredibly boring to do. But basically, once you get far enough in the game, you'll get a tonfa with the ability to steal from an enemy. Come into this area, encounter some birds, steal from them, then run away, and the encounter doesn't go away. And you can just keep coming back into the zone, encounter them again, steal from them again. Once your inventory is full, just go back and deposit it all. Let's see, the zoo key, kind of important. Now, come over here, get at the right angle, you can move that, and in here, you get your first grenade launcher, which deals fire damage. Now, I don't think it's as strong as the rifle in terms of attack, and it is slower, so I won't be using it right now. But it's good to have for modifying because of the fire ability. A lot of the equipment, sadly, you just collect and use to modify other stuff. Don't know when I'll get the actual weapon type I need for building my Franken gun. So I don't remember. Unfortunate that we don't get mutation cutscenes for all the enemy types and only get them for the rats. Interesting to see how some of these change. Snakes. Can't get in there yet. This encounter can be kind of annoying because you have very limited space to move around, but eh. Here. A couple items. Stronger medicine. Again, it takes up inventory space, so I don't really care for it. That, kind of worthless. And a defense +2, which is the item I came over here for. inventory's full again. Well, might as well heal up. And you... At most, you need to keep one of those for this area, just because the stupid, darker colored snakes will poison you. Let's see... Yeah, I think that's a reference to it. That's a reference to the boss. The reason I'm taking the junk is because of the junk weapons that you can unlock and the cure. I just don't like leaving items behind. Bit of a loot monger. I'll probably farm up most of the junk off stream, then come back and turn it in on stream so I can show you what the item is that you get from it. It's definitely worth doing if you're going to do the optional content that you unlock on New Game Plus. Detox, okay. Now I don't need to carry cure poison at all. Okay. Where are you? Oh. Didn't remember how early we got that ability. Ammo. Some loot over here that I missed. Give me that. M9 has no effects on it, okay. Well, I don't really want to shove fire on anything, so I'm just going to hold on to the tool for now. This is, I think, the area you farm for junk. It's right up in here. Nope, must have been the previous encounter. The gas can obviously poison you. At least I think that's what it does. I've never been hit by it. Avoid these guys. Gotta answer that in just a moment. Sorry about that. For the love of. Sorry, someone checking up on the status of the work we're having done, so I had to answer. Medicine 2 means I can get rid of a medicine 1. I might not keep the junk I've found so far and just get all of it when I'm farming, I don't know. I'll probably have to get rid of it just to make inventory space. Nothing behind there. Now there's some behind those statues, but I just don't remember if it's this area that it's stuff like that, or another area. Birds. I feel like dealing with poisons, kill that idiot first. Does this connect? Ah, just right here. Nope. Affected by the swamp gas. Obviously. Don't think you can go this way right now because of the, because of the corpse blocks off the path. Kind of the game's way of railroading you to where it wants you to go. Should be something over here, I think. I'm thinking of a different area again. Must be thinking of a different area. Damn it. That arrow is just at the wrong angle to go through the door. No. Okay. Hello, person. Are you spreading your swamp gas again? Yes, it's a Christmas of screaming. That can't be pleasant. See, told you. Swamp gas. Totally swamp gas. It's just solid swamp gas. Yep. And how much are they gonna have to pay the janitor to clean this mess up? And how would you explain it? Christ. Creepy little ghost girl again. You do go back here just after a little bit. My bad.
Pistol? I have a rifle equipped. Why are you holding a pistol? Yelling stop at things works about as well as it does in Daggerfall. Totally stop running if you yell halt at them, right? Always works.
Oh, my character did stop after a little bit, after he kind of flew.
Just took a lot of yelling halt to get him to stop.
Now, up here, there's more than just one item box, I think. They're a little difficult to see, but you do want to collect them. If I'm thinking of the right area.
Yep, I am.
Get a revive over there. Extra revives can be helpful. There might be one more up there, but eh. And with this, usually I go the opposite way of where she's going because it leads to a longer path and gets you more loot.
And yeah. Must have shinies.
Nothing on that one. I think this leads to the longer path. It's the route I've always taken.
Shiny. Must have.
Another tool. Definitely need to collect as many of those as possible. At least until we get to the Chrysler building, then they become kind of a moot point. Well, when I get far enough into it. It's one of the things you can unlock in there is an infinite supply of tools and super tools. Just takes a lot of work to get it. Let's see, thing down here.
Yep. More loot. Inventory's full. Yes. Exchange junk.
Defense 1.
Give me that back.
Surprised it survived. The red ones can poison you, so they're a little more dangerous, but all the snakes are pretty meh. Let's see. This connects to horseshoes. Nope, more loot.
Hey, more stuff. Give me shinies. Oh, damn you. Stop me if you forget the shinies. Oh. Polar bear. I think it's a polar bear. Ow.
Don't have the inventory space to take the junk. Yeah. Might have to leave them behind in chests and just collect it all off screen. New vest. What's the ability on that? Pockets carry more items, okay. And it has worse base stats, or worse base defense, better base everything else. So,
Give me that.
Does have it equipped, right? Okay. Tiny drop in my defense, but my other stats went up, and I got the extra carrying space. I mean, why not, right? Loot. Staff. Give me shiny. Ah, just ammo. I need to reload. Yes, I do. Get through the last fight on the last round that was in the gun. Don't need to go up there to my memory, at least. Pity the encounter didn't reset. This one did, though. Hey, 0 damage. As you can see, there is no minimum damage in this game. If your defense is high enough, you can just completely ignore everything in the area. Yeah, I could use a heal. Didn't know I'd be showing that so soon. Guess those little snakes really don't do much damage. I knew they were weak, I just didn't remember them doing no damage whatsoever at this point. Must have already looted it. Okay. Let's see. I guess it's time to continue on. I'll probably miss an item or two in this area. Just because I'm kind of careless and my memory isn't 100%. I know we missed a section somewhere. Just don't remember how to access it. What do we got? Just birds. Where's a shotgun when you need it? Hey, more junk. It's probably gonna end up getting left behind in chests. That looks suspect. Oh, nothing there. Okay. Continuing on. What did I trigger? Snakes.
What? Lightning bear? Since when did you throw lightning bear? These guys can be kind of annoying at times, because you don't have a lot of room to work with. But, whatever. You can just freaking cast heal. I'll pay more attention to dodging later in the game, but right now I'm just kind of being careless about it. Because enemies aren't that dangerous yet. As you can see, the Parasite energy does recharge slower, even after just that little amount of use. I know I missed some stuff somewhere. CR evade. And defense. Bring that back. I might have missed the optional boss in here. If this is the one that I'm thinking of in terms of optional bosses. God, I wish my memory of this game was better. That gonna linger. Good. Level help a little. Hopefully I didn't miss the worm fight. You get some useful stuff from them. Is this the one I'm thinking about where there's a third chest hidden? Doesn't look like it. Guess not. Okay. Bonus points. Now, inventory capacity's about where I want it, I think. Yeah, so I don't need to waste any more on that, actually. So, this is just going to be a sacrifice gun, so it works to put stuff in there, but for now, I'm actually going to work on my defense. Usually what I focus on New Game is just getting my defense built up to where it needs to be. Franken gun's mostly built by the tools. Let's see. Alright, one thing I didn't mention, as you can tell, Parasite energy increases as you level since this takes far less. It just doesn't give you a numeric value of how much you have.
Certain attacks, however, will always take your entire bar. Might just be one that does that, but yeah. There's a reason for it. Verify YouTube? I don't remember. I set up my YouTube account a long time ago. It's been like 4 years. Might have just been an email verification. No, it wasn't an option boss, okay. Never did? That's a shame. This boss can be kind of annoying because of the fact that it's in multiple parts, and you can't tell which one you've been weakening. But there's one other thing to it. You notice they're a little bit bigger now, and the attack has more prongs to it. The more pieces you kill, the bigger and more annoying it gets. Ow. Ow. It used to be a lot better at dodging that, but kind of getting hit by every single one now. Much bigger. Ow. Jerks. Oh. That's why I was keeping those medicine ones, just in case. Usually if you go directly behind the projectile you can avoid it, but for some strange reason it's not working a lot of the time. Parasite energy to heal again. Also, why did that do so much damage? Probably because I got hit so close to the start or something, I don't know. Yeah, Parasite energy is recovering a lot slower now. There is a trick to get your Parasite energy recovering speed back up, but you require having 2 pieces of armor in your inventory. Requires you have. Sure. Never said I was good at the game. Should be kind of obvious by now that I'm not. And now he's freaking huge. Crap. Yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid that attack. Basically have to be all the way at the opposite end when he does that.
kind of annoying that they give bosses those type attacks. But for beating it, bunch of experience. Barrier. That's quite a useful ability with certain situations. A whole bunch of bonus points, and all those defense up ones, which I'm not leaving behind. Don't care if I have to discard junk. If memory serves, they can also drop defense up 2s, but they just didn't. Didn't I get 4 of them? Whatever. Bonus points. Armor. Read that a bit more. How far I can take it before New Game Plus. Is there something back here? I don't think there is, but I need to heal. Nah, you can't go back there. Okay. Hopefully I'll get another random encounter before anything else important happens, so I can just heal up in it. Oh. Okay. Why is that horse just calmly sitting there? You'd think it would be freaking the hell out. Oh, there it goes. Just took a little fire. Guess I know what my character's having for dinner then. Now, this fight can be a bit of a pain. So you have just this little tiny area to avoid everything she does. That's why I had been working on my defense. Basically can't dodge anything in this fight. That is the only ability you have to make sure you avoid, and it's the only one you can, pretty much. But if she puts it in the wrong spot, you're getting hit regardless. Kinda sucks. You can use barrier to survive a lot easier, but it's not really necessary. There's only a couple points in the game where barrier is really beneficial. Damn. And again, she doesn't have much health as per usual. And back to a pistol. No. Nowhere near. You're just scratching the surface, Bacon. Kinda surprising that the horse survived that long on fire. We're currently completing Chapter 2 out of 7 of the game.
So, we got quite a bit more to deal with. Hopefully you made it past the farming segment okay. It kind of just drug on and I ran out of stuff to talk to during that. Sorry, kid. Squaresoft just does not seem to like that kid in this game. Usually try to point out what I know about in the game. I'm running through, since I still don't really know what I should be talking about when doing this. But I at least showed you a few things you didn't know about in the game. Probably run this for about another hour, then go deal with stuff around the house, so at least I got a little bit longer to run. Keep going. Kind of sucks what they do with the police dogs. Some brakes on that taxi. Very, Resident Evil all of a sudden. How would they keep the cats out? Good lord. Uh-oh, sounds like swamp gas. Yep, surprise swamp gas. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. Oh, totally swamp gas. Yeah, he kind of just flailed instead of rolling. Doing it wrong, man. More flashbacks to the hospital. All this will make sense later. God only knows. Suddenly, you're in some guy's beat-up apartment. And how the hell did you get here? I don't think they ever really go into too much detail on the incident in Japan in the games. Don't remember for certain. It was either done in a comic or book, I think, for the whole Japanese incident. If they covered it. Some games just make references like that. I'm pretty sure this one had a basis. Should probably go get my details straight before I do the next stream of it so I can actually say for certain where it came from, or where it's explained. kinda right? Not really. Again, explained later. Is her older or younger sister? And welcome to Day 3 selection. Probably be able to finish up the game in a couple of streams, but the optional content will take a while. I have a few spaces. Hopefully it's enough. If not, I can discard some medicine. Or warp speed car. So it ought to be everyone being evacuated in a panic and no one being around? Okay. Whatever. This is why I wanted to check my inventory space. There's quite a few useful items over here. No, it's not the gun shop. I went to the wrong side. Oh well. Revive. I think there's something on one of the shelves. Ow. Frame drop there. Nothing super important in the grocery store to my memory. At least not out front. pharmacy, not grocery store. Derp. Now you can save, but since we just did, not gonna bother. Get out of here. Do I have any more medicine ones? Nah, I got rid of them all. Okay. Getting rid of more junk then. Unfortunate. Solve problem by shooting it. Always the answer in this. Magically, it's unlocked. Range +1. One of the less useful stats to upgrade, because it just doesn't do much. Armor. Tool. Which I'll be putting to use. Now, as you can see, the base stats are a lot higher, but I lose the +1 inventory space. Kind of unfortunate. But, at the same time, my defenses will skyrocket by doing that, so... don't have enough inventory space because of that. Where's the junk? There's more in here. Club 2. This gives you steel. And Club 1 can be discarded now that you have Club 2. There's our machine gun. But it comes with a bad effect on it. That. Random rate of fire. Means you target randomly. You can get machine guns without it, or you can use a super tool to remove it safely. I will be using it simply because the animations are a lot quicker, and it's not really much weaker. Okay. Use this for storage of my bonus effects. Use all my plus capacities, etc. on that, because it's got worthless effects on it. Is there anything else in here? Yeah. I can take some of the better weapons in this mess. Look like there's anything I missed. Would have liked to take a shotgun though, just for the effects. Alright, where's that key? Can't discard it, okay. Gears. And once you've hit, I don't remember if it's one or both of them, you can leave. Yeah, with how fast you drove, I don't think any road rules ever applied to you. Our next stop isn't technically here, I don't think, but I'm going here to deposit stuff. Yeah. Go stash stuff. And get my free ammo. If I could open the box. There we go. Not much, but yeah. Trading cards are kind of important later. Okay, so we got 4 pieces of junk given to him. It takes, I think, 100 for any of the junk items. As per usual, unload them, then shove them in there. Don't need the zoo key anymore. Don't need to lug that. Actually, yeah, don't need to lug that around for now. Remember when I'll need it. I'll keep 1 on hand. And 2 revives I don't need. See, this should just be a medicine. Yeah. So, that's all done and taken care of. Should have plenty of space. Yep. And the reason I'm keeping a secondary weapon to shove effects on and such is just so I can keep my inventory space trimmed down. I don't actually recommend doing what I'm doing. It's just... This machine gun, kind of worthless. I'm just using it for the faster animations. Normally I'd use the M16 for a little while longer. Right. One other thing I didn't mention about the Club 2, it also halves your power when you're using it. The Club 3, which you get a bit later, does not have your attack power, but still has the steal ability. Club 2 can be useful because of the halved attack power, though, if you're trying to steal from the birds to build up junk. For now, we want to go to the museum. To the Chocobo Museum. Really not looking forward to trying to get a hold of capture cards so I can do Resonance of Fate, but it's a fun game. Be worth it to do. Should be. Isn't. It's never empty when it should be. Why were you messing with her clothes? Also, how powerful is that microscope? Must be powered by swamp gas. Apologies if you can hear the dog barking in the background. I know what she's barking at, but yeah. Hello again, Manzers. And for the swamp gas powered microscope. It'll explain why later. Also, did he pop in here just to spam a bunch of Kappa images and then leave? Because stuff and things and swamp gas. Maybe. And suddenly he immediately knows it's her. Because reasons. Technically, in an evacuation situation, wouldn't the cops be able to arrest him and drag him out? Okay, and now, if memory serves, back to NYPD. And then this happened. Where's his mechanical keyboard? I miss it so. Can't really fault him on that one. Anyone who would abandon their family, just, yeah. All in the statement there. Worthless piece of crap item number 1. That you cannot discard. Because why not? Now. Oh, anything? I think these are the ones you check twice. It's the cops. Yep. Check them a second time, you get a little bit of ammo. is a downside to the random target, other than just not being able to aim. It will often target enemies outside of your range, and you'll just waste all the shots. It'd be pretty inconvenient. That's why I don't recommend using any weapons that have it on it. Oh, what now? Why so many phone calls? Friggin' phone. Prefer to use the machine gun because, as you saw, the animation for attacking is a heck of a lot faster. It's just the randomness. Yep, talk to him. You get ammo. It's not really necessary to go out of your way to get all the ammo like I'm doing. I'm just kind of, yeah. Loot longer. I like finding all the shinies. And apparently this guy doesn't have ammo. Maybe that's why he's dead. Had no bullets, man. Had no bullets. Now your save point still functions, which I am going to use. Just so I don't have to go through those cutscenes again if there is an issue. Let me throw. And this encounter again. Not really anywhere to dodge. Thanks, game. And do need a bit more attack power than I have to just kill them really quickly. You can farm up some junk while you're doing this part, but it's a lot easier to get it in the park. In. Or don't. Whatever. Stupid doors. And welcome to what happened to all the police dogs. That AoE it did applies defense down. Really unpleasant status effect if you're surrounded by multiple enemies, because you will just get ripped apart really quickly. But they can drop off in subs. At least I think that's what dropped it. I'll use that shortly, just not yet. Hey, the mullet protected him. Hey. Yep, told you it'd be explained why he doesn't like guns. and you get that for seeing that scene. That's why I've been saving some stuff. One of the more modifiable weapons in the game that you get outside of the optional content. Okay, and now let's have that. Have all those loose attributes on there. Not quite as strong as the rifle, but it is faster. Seriously? It's a day of phone. Swear. So many friggin' phone calls today. Okay. Store. Right. I think I have a couple tools on him that I can use. Yeah, I had him hold a tool. This I do not need at all. Take that. And one other thing. Take this. Doesn't make any noise this time, due to the nature of the scene that would happen here or something. Now, let's see. Save that to shove on the handgun. What else do I have to do? Alright. Still locked, but suspect, right? Now there is a way to get in that weapons department. What's the storage room, or where the heck it is? And as you can see, it came out of the sewer grate to infect them. Nice little touch to show how the infection got in here. Not a good idea, kid. Not in the situation that's going on. Stupid things. Fortunately, they do that anytime you're far enough away from them. Makes it kind of hard to avoid it. Even the stupid birds do a lot of damage with defense down on you. Pretty sure it reduces your defense to 0. That's why it's so damn dangerous. Oh, I'm just gonna take it all and use the medicine. Now, I don't know what I missed that triggers the thing to go into that back room. Might just be upstairs. But you definitely want to get into that little back room there. Oh, for the love
least I'm getting a bunch of junk from doing this, but get close to this guy so he doesn't do a stupid AoE, or he's doing it anyways. Only supposed to do that if you're far away from him, damn it. Hate defense down. It's freaking irritating. So everything just chews through you way too quick. At least I got a level out of that. Energy Shot. First offensive Parasite energy ability. Can do quite a bit of damage, but I don't use it much because it takes a lot of Parasite energy. Yeah. It would 0 our bar currently. Bonus points, no. That's at 14, I'm only at... Yeah, I do need to get my attack built up a bit at this point. Defense is starting to look alright. Gotta start working on my weapon. Now it'll let me in here. Medicine. Talk to him. So I think it's him. Might not be. Yeah. Door's locked a bit. You want to get the key to that. I already looted his bullets. Yep. There's more ammo. No, I already healed. Okay. And in here, this weird thing. You can do that, which slows you way the hell down. Only dangerous in groups with multiple enemies. Other than that, they do crap damage. But it could be a really bad combo with the guys that lower your defense. New vest. Do I have a tool? Yes, I do. It's quite a good deal stronger than our old one, so... transfer the defenses over. And now we have auto med along with the defenses we've been working on this entire playthrough. Now, I'm pretty sure auto med's a little oversensitive to how much damage you take before it triggers, and that's why I don't use it very often. Dead gem. Well, sad part of all this is the dog's actually trying to protect the kid by running away from him. Kid's too stupid to realize it. Keeps following it. Because it knows something's going on with it. Here... I don't remember if this is the one I think it is. Nope, this is the one I was looking for, actually. least I think so. Friggin' defense down. What? As you can see, it still drains all of my bar, but takes one bullet. Screw this guy. As you can see, it does a lot more damage than your standard attacks. It's just draining my whole Parasite energy bar, stuns me for a little bit, and I don't like dealing with that. Get my health back. Stop doing that! Just to heal. That shining thing is actually kind of important. Medicine 3. Potentially useful for bosses. Does quite a good amount of HP, at least at this point in the game. Come on, pick it up. Storage key. That's the key I needed to get into the weapon storage area. You definitely want to go down there, at least on your first run through. It's quite beneficial. Did I actually check that back room? Yeah, I did. Once you have that key, come all the way back down. Back up here. We can get in this door finally. Bunch of useful stuff in here. New machine gun without the random target, which is the main thing I wanted. Offense +1. Tool. No. I think wasn't there another door in here or something? There's another room I can get into somewhere in this area that's also got some useful stuff in it. Anyways. That pistol can be useful if you want to use a pistol as your main weapon, but I do not. So all that on there. 40 attack. Let's see, do I have stuff to store? Yes, I do. Just a couple junk though, so it doesn't really matter all that much. At any point in this area, if you need to go save, you have to go all the way back down and use that phone if memory serves. So it can be kind of inconvenient. As you can see, the animation is a heck of a lot faster, so your turn ends and the next one starts sooner. That's why you want the machine guns with the, or without rapid or random target. Yeah. And again with the phone calls. For the love of God.
to go get something, so I may have to actually cut off the stream pretty soon. Wanted to finish up this area before I ended it. And stiffness is the effect that slows you down. So, yeah. There is a second save point. Good. Critical evade. Medicine 3. Convenient timing for the save point to pop up, though, I guess. Sorry to cut it off a little sooner than I meant to, but I don't really have a choice. I'll try and do either another stream of this or Daggerfall later tonight. So for now, I will see you guys later.